Alright, so I just ended today's session. It went well and it passed by fairly quickly. I still have most of my pull-ups to do and all of my dips. Regarding progressive overload, I didn't know which number I had to beat. I think it was like 40 kilos slash 88 pounds times 10 or 11. I'm pretty sure in the first set I did 13. I'm not sure if I beat it still. Those are not... I don't know if those numbers are correct. I'll have to check it, And if I do check it, if I do remember to check it, and they're not, then tomorrow I'll do it again, and I'll make sure that tomorrow the same thing doesn't happen. Okay, so today has been going better than yesterday. Yesterday wasn't a very good day. I did everything I needed to do, but some things did not go my way. And some days are just like that. Not all days can go your way. Some days are bound to, how do I put this? To not align with your expectations. Today has been going better. I guess that my hamstrings could be a bit more cooked. Maybe I'll do more sets. I don't know. Maybe I'll do one or two more. I'll actually decrease the weight and I'll absolutely focus on stretching and contracting. I was trying my best, but sometimes, as you progress the load, you can lose a bit of touch with the connection with the muscle. So I might do more sets. I usually just do 3 because, muscle building isn't my goal. I just do it because I guess it is a way to prove to myself that I am who I say I am, that I am someone who can be relied on, who can show up every day after, obviously, having a less fortunate time in my life over the past few years. So yeah, I guess I took refuge in this. But my main goal is the pull-up world record. Hopefully get my name on the map, get someone to care, and from then on, keep on applying the same principles I'm applying and keep progressing in life. The goal isn't to be a pull-up cell, a dip cell, a gym cell. This is just going to be this is going to be what I hope to be a very small part of my life. One very small chapter in what I hope it is a large collection of books. I guess we'll see how it goes. So yeah, I might do more sets. Overall, today's going well. I feel more at ease. I've spoken about this before, of sometimes me catching myself. Maybe you do that sometimes. Holding your breath. Why are you holding your fucking breath? You know what I mean? That's so retarded. When I do that and I catch myself holding my breath, why are you doing that? I just did it for a millisecond there. I did. And then I just, why do I do that? I feel like it's just being nervous. Or not nervous. Nervous isn't the right word. I'm worried. I'm worried about what I'm doing. I want to make sure I do it right, But I've been trying to stop that. I think that can be a good thing. But I don't think I need to worry anymore about what I'm doing. Or if I am doing it. Because I know I am doing it. I do it every day. So perhaps I would benefit more from decreasing on this level of nervousness that I am. Not nervousness, worriness. Is that a word? Pardon me if it isn't. I'm not from an English-speaking country. Decreasing on that level of worriness and perhaps trying to replace that worriness with a bit more of sureness, calmness, being focused, being able to breathe. The better you breathe, the more oxygen your brain gets, the better you can think, the better you can act. Being worried about something, that isn't going to make you better at doing the thing, okay? So, yeah, I need to take that out of my life. I need to do so many more things. I just need to do better, and I need to do more. I am constantly expecting more and more of myself, but I always find it to never be enough. But if I want to achieve things I have not yet achieved, I'll have to go to a level I've never been before. I have to pull something out of my ass. I don't know what that thing will be, but something more has to change. Something more has to change. A lot of people, they have those basic kind of distractions like, I spend a lot of time on social media. Not a problem for me. I deleted that shit years ago. My only regret is not doing it sooner. Shit. Probably my regret is installing it in the first place. It was just one of those moves that, just go with the herd. Well, everybody has an Instagram, so I guess I'll have one too. I think I created it when I was like 10, 11, 12 years old, when I was like in 5th grade. Such a stupid mentality. But yeah, I guess I was a kid. I didn't know any better. No one taught me any better. I guess social media was a new thing at the time. And all of us looked at it as this new, shining, useful toy. A good thing. Now, years later, it is but a two-edged sword, It can either slice your enemies up or slice you up. I guess slicing your enemies up isn't a good idea. It's a double-edged knife. You can cut yourself with it, or you can cut your food up and use it to better your life. So yeah, I'm gonna stop yapping. Maybe I'll do a couple more sets. I'll have to think about it, and I'm gonna get back to my pull-ups, do some dips, which is something that I have not yet started to do. I have been doing the dips every day and recording them, but editing them and posting them. And yeah, I just thought of another thing, and since today it has been quite a nice day, I'll just speak about this one last thing, which is I have this weekly session, this thing I do. I have basically a Notion. Many of you may know what a Notion is. And I use it as a checklist. And I have daily tasks and weekly tasks and some other random tasks that, are only one-offs that you need to do. For example, go renew your ID card. If I need it, I'll just put it in that section. It's a one-off. The weekly tasks are the ones that have to be done once every week. The daily tasks, the ones that have to be done once every day. Simple. And on my weekly tasks, I have a task called questions. And those questions, I have a list of questions on written. And I ask those questions to myself every single week. And one of those questions is, what goals do I want to start? And today I answered that question. Today I did that section of the weekly tasks, and I answered to the question, what goals do I want to start? I don't need to start any more goals. What I need to do is make sure that the ones I have right now, I do my best to smash them, to kill them. I need to do better at the things I'm already doing. I don't need to do new things. So yeah, luckily, I am doing very good at a lot of things I'm doing, but I'm not doing so good at other things. For example, one of the very good things I'm doing is the pull-ups. Since 2026 has started, my pull-ups have been a 10 out of 10, absolutely amazing. But something that hasn't been so amazing has been my short-form content production abilities, let's put it that way. It is a hard machine to crank up on a daily basis. But that doesn't fucking matter. I have to do it. And I have to make sure that after I post those, after they're done, and I post them on YouTube, I make sure I go out of my way and create an Instagram and post them there. And then a TikTok, I don't know, Snapchat, whatever it is. I just need to do more. I need to be everywhere to, in order to capitalize on more opportunities, because just being on YouTube, it's not enough. I need to do more. That is my life. Some people, they just do one thing and they succeed. No, good for them. I'm not that guy. So yeah, that's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm always here. I'm going to do the rest of the things I have to do.